I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't...
What up, what up, what up? Welcome into Pregaming here on the Sports Money Network. Woo! Feisty is the word for Friday, but today everybody got fired up on MLB Bases Loaded. Lots of great comments. Love all of them, all of you guys as well for tuning in. We're going to have dissenting opinions. It's going to happen. But I'll give you guys my rundown just real quick here. I got a couple ads that I like for some totals in Major League Baseball today. Finalized the trigger on a couple of additional spots. We'll talk some nerfies and yerpies. See if we can't get some player props to make the bookie panties drop. I got some WNBA. Speaking of panties. And a loaded sharp respected betting card here today. So stay tuned. We're not going to be here for a long time, but it is going to be a good time tonight. And I'm looking forward to making some cash, man. It was cash money yesterday all over the place, except for Colombia. Crushed the World Cup in that first game. I think I went 5-1 yesterday in the World Cup, but hey, you know what? It's all right. Crushed the MLB. The only spot I think I really was disappointed about was the over in that Dodgers game. I was a little disappointed I didn't get there, but gave out just a bunch of winners in that Major League Baseball yesterday. I wish the Athletics would have gotten there, but, you know, Paul Skeens did. I continue my reign of terror on the books against Paul Skeens Day. And listen, such a great example of where you need to be in a trend, right? You're going to take a lot of hate. You're going to have people telling you, why you keep fading Paul Skeens? Paul Skeens. Because he's last I checked, he doesn't hit RBIs. But then when the world starts talking about how he's lost 9 in a row and they in disbelief and they're just going to fade him, we play him. That's how this game works, you guys. When you look at Twitter and you're seeing those guys that are 9-1 in their last 10, you fade their 10th play or 11th play because they're about to lose because nobody hits it 90%. Stop it. It's not fairy tale land. This ain't Rainbow World. This is real betting happening in this piece, man. And evidenced by the Dodgers last night, you know, pretty public consensus on the LA Dodgers. And they lost outright. Why? Because everyone said, Freeland's trash, man. Freeland's trash, dude. Who's starting for the Colorado Rockies? Oh, Freeland, he's trash. I'm going to fade him. Okay. And that's generally the consensus and take that was out there yesterday. People don't even know who's playing. We cashed our parlay yesterday on bases loaded. Well, plus 479 action. So let's see if we can do it again today. You guys know the deal. We're going to go down the board. I'll give you guys, I'm going to let rip. We can go down the pop, see if we can get that hop in our back pockets and continue to build these bankrolls through the dog days of summer. But man, I loved it today. So many great comments. I mean, yeah, some shit comments too, but I love it, man. That's what makes this thing so much fun is everybody. You get an opinion and you got a place to share it in the Sports Money Network community. So it's all fun, but look, we make opinions on every single game. Okay. You can get the best bets. You can get the final card over at Winnable. Literally for like 60 cents a day. You can get all my plays. You know, yesterday, baseball wise, I gave out the Athletics, it lost. I gave out the Marlins first 5 at 1. I gave out the Marlins at 1. I gave out the Pirates at 1. Gave out the Mets. They lost. But I gave out the Red Sox. They won. I gave out the Padres. They won. I gave out the Jays. They won. I gave out the Rangers free. I gave out the Dallas Wings first half. That's where the cashing comes into play. You get thoughts and opinions here. You get the best bets and final card there. That's the way this thing works. And, I'm talking about how things are working. We have ventured into the staggered delivery process for, our clips and content that we're putting out there for you guys. The shorts, the best bets, the boys coming in with their home run props and trap spots and parlays of the day. But as members, we continue to try to strive, and we've got so many more things coming for you guys. We've got a whole notebook of member options written down. So this isn't just throw a couple dollars at the barista because they made you a nice cup of coffee. This is trying to give you guys some actual factual intelligence before it hits the street so that you can go capitalize and get the best lines from it. And we will continue. Make sure your notifications are on for the Sports Money Network because we've been rolling these clips out in the staggered start process. But as soon as we load them and schedule them to go out, we're releasing them for members. So Jeff had his home run prop go out today. It was like around 2 o'clock-ish, I think, 2:15-ish, something like that. Right? Ick's got his parlay. That goes out at 3:30. Well, I scheduled it to go out right after I scheduled Jeff's to go out. So members got that thing at about 2:15. Also, the trap of the day was put in there around 2:30 to go out at 4:30. Members could access that at 2:30. So we're going to continue to do things like that. There's some other things around the network here that are coming out as well for you guys that are in the green. It's our way to say thank you. We appreciate you that do support us and what we're doing here. We enjoy coming out here and having a platform to share all this intelligence with you guys here. Factual intelligence. Don't mistake. When I speak, I'm not saying I'm intelligent. I'm sharing intelligence. The information that we've gathered through our tools, our technology, and then we use our expertise to make some informed betting decisions here on the Sports Money Network. So appreciate everybody that is rolling with us. We rock with us. We roll with us, man. But all we ask you guys to do is show some support. Comments are so fantastic. The like button is the most important thing you can do here in the show. If you're catching us on the replay, they all count the same. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button and we'll get to work. A lot of people get mad. Talk about winning. What are you talking about winning? So much talk about win. Talk about the picks. We're going to talk about the picks. But if you're new here, what we do here is differentiate ourselves from the masses because there's a lot of shysters out there. There's a lot of shitbags. There's a lot of con artists and scammers. The 9-1 in their last 10-day guys on Twitter. Be wary of those 9-1 their last 10 guys. Look, I fell victim to it. Well, I guess I was perpetrating it. I'm 17-1 in my last 18 World Cup games. Well, guess what? I ended up going 24-2 down that stretch. So we were due for a loss. We happened to pick up 7 more wins before we caught that loss. But the point is this, right? 65%, that's the high water mark, and very, very, almost nobody hits above that. So you know what we've talked about? Managing your bankroll. This isn't a measurement contest, okay? We flat bet here. Everything gets graded the same. It manages bankroll, and we win at a high rate. We make a bunch of plays where volume is better, but we do it at a successful rate. And, if you make the plays that we make while we're making them, when we're making them, you're going to grow your bankroll a lot faster than the guy that just goes around there making a play a day. So trust me in that process, but you got to track it to know. If you don't know, you don't know. And then you're blind and you're betting in the dark, and nobody wants to do that. Got to have a light on when you're making them plays. So members only, we talked about that. More things coming for members. We're going to have some exclusive members only viewing shows. We're going to have some exclusive pre-release content. We're going to have some behind the stage, backstage content. So just some really good things coming for those that are members of the Sports Money Network. It's $5 a month. It's $4.95 a month, I think, even. And we're going to have some contests for the members only as well. So we appreciate you guys growing with us. And, listen, it's our promise. It's our commitment that we want to continue to give back to those that are supporting the Sports Money Network. So we're going to continue to develop rich graphic interfaces, experiment. We're going to try to get rid of those dingy basement broadcasts. You know what I mean? They have everybody at different times talking about different shit, spoiling it for everybody. And you can't even watch them. They're just unwatchable, right? We are trying to synchronize the betting experience and viewing experience so that everybody's seeing the same thing at the same time without ruining it for anybody and everybody out there. So there you go. What else we got? Let's talk some baseball. Let's get into it. I gave out a free play for winnable subscribers. Well, free winnable, I guess is what it was. Bottom line. It was the Blue Jays. It is the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are in stomp that bitch ass mode right now. 5-0. Big first inning. I put that out last night. I didn't have to. It's 12 o'clock. It was midnight. It's like, I'm thinking about going to bed. It's like, you know what? I really like this Blue Jay spot. It's an early game. Let me send that out there for everybody. So it went out there as a short on YouTube. Make sure your notifications are turned on with the Sports Money Network. When we release these videos, when we get the pre-authorized members only reviewing experience, all of that ties in, and you'll be notified that you are having access to information before maybe the rest of the folks do. But anyhow, I'll go down the rip. I talked about that Cubs and Baltimore game. I do not want to back Dean Kremer. I think you're getting the Cubbies at a really good price tag here. And yeah, I know they won yesterday, and it was like, there's no way the Cubs are going to win. Well, they won. They got better bats. They got a better bullpen, and I don't care who's starting. Colin Ray, by the way, does like to go out there and stuff as a dog. Garrett Cole and the Yankees. This is an unpopular opinion, but I am taking the New York Yankees. This line is actually moving as well. They've gone from plus 105 to minus 101. Talked earlier on the show today about teams striking out more than 15 times, and the game goes over. A road dog does find its way to bite. I also think the under is really good. I bet you this is a 4-1 Yankees win. I'll write that down. 4-1, 4-2. Yankees get the job done. Athletics and Tigers, I gave you guys the under in that one. I can't see Springsy finding a way to get it done. I'm looking at... What am I looking at? Let's talk a little trendage. You guys want to hit a little trend? I'll give you a little trend here. A little fun breaking news for everybody that's in the baseball game. You want to think about intersecting zeros. That Mariners and Marlins game does just that. And we're looking at the over. Contrary to popular opinion, 11-0 be them Seattle Mariners when they've got a team on a 3 or more game winning streak, averaging more than 4.5 runs a game and hitting more than 8.2. The average is almost 12. Seattle throws no defense up there, and the Marlins don't do it either. Total's over a 7. They had left more than 10 runners on base. They fixed a clog in the toilet. If they recorded multiple home runs, they're averaging 13.5 runs a game in those spots as well. It does show a Marlins-Mariners over 8.5 spot on that game. And when you kind of drill down and look at the factoids here, we do have 8.5s, 92% of the bets, 91% of the cash. Starting to see some 9s. It's going to be a 6:40 start, so it will pop off sooner than later, but the over would be the intersecting trend of the day. What do you say? Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. I see my guy Stop Geo Engineering. There's my brother from another mother. Good to see you, Stop Geo. Kevin Hawthorne checking in from Lakeland, Florida. Blake M's here. Shout out to Blake M. Nicholas Handy. AJ is in the house, and there's 9 Legacy. Got the 9 Legacy paid in full parlay of the day. The Yankees, the Stros, the Guardians, the Diamondbacks, Cardinals, and the Rockies all on the run line. And his best bets are the Yankees, Astros, Guardians, White Sox, Diamondbacks, Cardinals, Rockies all on the money line. Man, Legacy likes the Sun plus 6.5, the Tempo plus 7.5, the Sparks plus 6.5. There you go. And there it is. You want to become a Sports Money Network member. There's the link. Don't be a dink. We help you think about how to smack them books and get the old Brinks truck backed up into this piece. And we're giving early access to content that we are pushing out there on YouTube so that you can try to get the most closing line value. We don't spend a lot of time advocating closing line value because it's more important to win than it is anything else. But speaking of winning, Spencer Arrighetti has not, and Foster Griffin has. And I think it's a little zigga-zagga, hey. I do like a little Astro spot in that thing. I just, maybe there's a problem with Arrighetti, but I would rather take my chances. The Phillies and the Reds, man. We got Burns. We finally got an announced starter on the Philadelphia Phillies side. It's Rangel. And they became a dog. I don't know. I mean, listen. Here's where I would go with this one. I think the under's in play. We have intersecting zeros. The Phillies, how about this, man? 19-0 non-divisional roadies. Their bullpen didn't allow a run, and their opponent had less than 3 runs. That's a problem for the Cincinnati Reds because the Phillies ain't here to fuck around. The Reds are about to find out. Hint, hint, as far as the side is concerned. And the Reds are a perfect 9-0 to the under. In the favorite role against a team that averages less than 6.9 runners on base. When they get the cycle running, and doesn't that make sense when you think about who the Phillies are? They got dudes like Bryce Harper hitting for the cycle. Kyle Schwarber going yardstick multiple times in the same inning. It's a bad time to be involved in the Philadelphia Phillies business, but the under 9.5 does have some merit to it. Now that thing's moved to full run. So take with that what you will. It is an intersecting zero. I wanted to share it with you guys. Also, I'm going to give you a player prop for that game. Talk a little Chase Burns action here. Because the under looks so damn strong, we had to start digging in and looking at who's actually pitching. We want a pitcher, not a belly itcher. And we get that with Chase Burns. Over 8.5 strikeout. Or I'm sorry, over 8.5 would be huge. 6.5 is the strikeout number that we want to take advantage of with this fella. Couple of reasons. Zach Wheeler, 7.5 last night. Unders on deck. Cincy, from a starting pitcher's perspective, struggled a little bit last month from strikeouts. So there should be a little bounce back status for these guys. But when you look at Chase Burns, the dude had a 9 and then a 10. So to finish with a 4, kind of like, all right, the books aren't scared. I like Chase Burns. I think over 6.5 makes a lot of sense. We'll talk this Red Sox and White Sox game too. I'm going to go back to the Red Sox, the Bo Sox. Fuck Davis Martin. Jake Bennett for me, over 4.5 strikeouts. Another great spot. Tolle. You had to pay the Tolle to find out that Tolle was going to go out there and smash yesterday, and Tolle did smash. He got over 5.5 strikeouts. I also told you Tolle was going to get over 5.5 strikeouts. So got to give it a look. Think about Jake Bennett here. Now, not a big household name, but the White Sox have the second highest strikeout rate against lefties. It's a problem. 4.5 at plus 110. That's a solution. We're going to take a shot with the Red Sox to win and Jake Bennett to shove. Not laddering. For a young buck like that, just to get to 5 will be something. So Stop GS is pumped for UFC Saturday. Been a minute since I could bet on McGregor, and it's not going to be a boxing match. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got everybody fired up here. Everyone's fired up on a feisty Wednesday, winning Wednesday. Let's see. Atlanta and Pirates. I took the Braves. Okay. I think 2 things. I'll give you some information in a second, but first of all, collective exhale. Paul Skeens just got his win. The Pirates are like, thank God we don't have that pressure anymore. 2, there's a 12:30 p.m. game tomorrow. Braves and Pirates. Braves want to get the hell out of town. They need this win tonight. 3, this line's dropping like a stone for the Pirates. I like the Atlanta Braves. I like a plus 104 tag on this one. I like that play to get us paid. I think it's a great way to get her done. Shout out to Razor Sharp Picks in the house. Check out the Paco Lopez short that's out there. Turd in the punch bowl. Let's go. Razor Sharp Picks. Let's see. What else? So I gave you guys a couple player props that I like there as well. As we keep going down the card, I'll tell you, excuse me, get excited about this stuff. Speaking of that Pittsburgh-Atlanta game, I'll give you one more. You got to consider the over. The Pirates are an over squad in the favorite role after a home game if they had less than 17 hits and left more than 4 runners on base. They're going over by an astounding 6 runs a game. And the Braves, they intersect that 0 as well. These are early games, so you got to get ready for them here. 8-0 to the over in road games if they lost by more than 4 runs and left 5 or more runners on base. The common theme here, especially as it relates to the over, is it was a fluke. And they find a way to get them boys across the finish line the following game. So big over spot there for the Atlanta Braves. Now, let's see. Let's talk about this one here. Controversial take. Did I cover everything else going into this one? Yeah, I think I did, right? Yeah. You got to take the Kansas City Royals. I mean, if you have to bet this game, you can't bet the Mets. The books are telling you Mets run line plus 112, but minus 180 as a favorite. So they're telling you someone's winning this game. Either dog's winning or the Mets win by 1 is what the books are telling you. You saw what the Mets did yesterday. Do you want to be involved in the Mets business? If you had to bet this game, you don't have to bet it. If you had to bet it, what scares you about the Royals? Because it's Steven Cruz? Well, he's only an opener. The Mets literally are the most anemic looking team in baseball I've seen in years. And this goes back to like the 22-win White Sox. They're bad. You can't make money in baseball, even if you bet a -1. What are you getting -1 at? You got a -198. Let's see what -1 looks like for the New York Mets. -150 for -1. What the fuck are you doing? You have to lay 3 runs with the Mets to make any money. -2.5. And that's plus 148. You think the Mets are in a position to win a game? But now they might. But that's gambling, folks. There's no value in betting the Mets in any way, shape, or form. You take the Royals in what should be a 1-run game. What have I taught you guys? In what should be a 1-run game, you extract as much plus money as you can. That's it. We'll see what happens. Probably the Mets come out there and win. And maybe they win by 4. But it's not a play on, it shouldn't be on anybody's radar. It's just a bad team. And the way they lost yesterday, now that could be overreaction. That could be why people are saying sure. But again, you're back to -1 at -150. Even if they win by 1, which the books say they will, you pushed. You're risking $1.50 on a shitty baseball team to win by 2. Not me. You do you. What else we got? I told you about that Red Sox spot. Guardians and Twins. I'd have to go to the under in the ALCS. The Brewers and the Cardinals. Sharp respected betting coming in on the Milwaukee Brewers. I agree. Not back in McGreevy. This line's moving dramatically away from the Cardinals. Stop Gio says, fuck these Mets. I'm a fade them and I'm not, listen, I'm a Mets hater. I said the other week, I'm just tired of hating on the Mets. Now I'm just going to tell you guys about the dollars and cents. And it doesn't make any sense, but it does make sense to bet these Brewers in this spot as well. Got Harrison. I think he goes out there and knocks McGreevy around. McGreevy gives up 5 runs in this game. My thought process. There is an under in place, so maybe a 5-1 under. Angels and Rangers. I like the Angels to bounce back at plus money out there against the Rangers. And I told you guys, I think the trap spot of the day here today, the Rockies and the Dodgers, 93% of the bets, only 85% of the cash. I know that's a big number. And you're like, how can you say only? But hey, it's an 8-point difference that people are looking to take a shot. Now, if you were going to take a run line shot, the Rockies plus 1.5 is plus 117. I'd get behind that. But I'd rather just take them to win the game outright at plus 230. Got to do you. You got to take the access to the information I share with you guys and do what you want with it here. The Diamondbacks and Padres, we like the under. Shark and I both concurred that was an under spot. I don't know. Don't have the huge trend that we had the other day. That what was it, 20-0 yesterday for literally, I think everybody hit that thing. I was getting so many messages from you guys telling me that it was like the last leg of a parlay, and I felt good about that, man. Feltner is 8-0 to the under. Dog roll if he had more than 5 strikeouts his previous start. And the Diamondbacks are 9-0 to the under as a whole after a loss of 3 or more runs. They bounce back as an under squad, 9-0-2 to the under. I kind of want to lean to, I know I got it in the parlay. We did the show parlay earlier today, but the Minnesota Twins, they're 0-13 as a home favorite after they played as a favorite. Remember when I said they do it in clusters though, right? They win in clusters and then they lose in clusters. And when the number finally swells beyond 150, they start losing. So that's my thoughts in Major League Baseball. Quick rundown. I know I did the card earlier today, so don't want to be redundant, but I do want to drop some nerfies out there for you guys. I go back to it. You got to look at that Yankees race. You got to look at that Yankees race here. I get it. Everybody, it's uncomfortable. Garrett Cole's a piece of shit. I understand. But it's 8-2 to the under as a trend. It says that Cole strikes back, and you've got McClanahan on the other side. Cole's got almost a 20% K rate. McClanahan's got a 20% K rate, and they both shut people down in the first inning. They're gamers, and they come to play, and it's minus 115. The Yankees no-run first inning. That Reds, I don't know. I kind of like that Reds no-run first inning. Texas Rangers, how can you not look at the Yerfie? We know they're a Yerfie team. And the Athletics and Tigers, despite that game being under, the Tigers feel like that Yerfie team, like the Rangers. Like they let one run. We talked about this before. They let one run up. I don't want to say we. I'm not a part of the 313. It ain't got nothing to do with me. But the Athletics and the Tigers, they let up a run early. They end up blowing the first 5, and then they charge back and win the game, and it still stays under. Very similar to the Texas Rangers. Those two teams feel fucking interchangeable. So I like the yes run first inning in the Tigers game. Yes run. Let's see what that looks like. Even though I'm on the Nerfy, or I can't be on the Yerfie and the Nerfy. I'm not that guy. We used to know some of those guys, and we cut them out of our existence. Yes run first inning is minus 122. There you go. All right, so let's put this together as a little parlay. Parlay action. Let's go. Come on. Gotta log back in. It logged me out. Sons of bitches. Trying to slow me down. Like maybe he'll forget that he was just about to crack us over the head with a fucking Nerfy Yerfie parlay. I didn't forget. I'm here. You want to take Cubs Yerfie too? Dean Kremer's a piece, dude. I'm going to take the yes run there. Cubs Yerfie, Tampa Nerfy, Athletics Yerfie, and Phillies Nerfy. 10-1. It's good enough for me. I'll run that one back for you guys in case you didn't hear me. Yes run Cubs, no run Yankees. Yes run A's, no run Phillies. Do you want to add one in there even though the over looks good? Pirates and Braves. No run first inning. I'm good at 10-1. That's what I was saying yesterday. What are we looking for? I'm not looking for anything extreme. MMHF gave out a player prop for a home run of the day. I get down with that. Dude, what's going on with Yordan Alvarez? When is he going to hit his home run? And the thing about this guy here is like he's been floating around like plus 300. He's all the way down to like plus 250 today. I'll tell you who I like. Mickey Moniak. You know, the thing about Sasaki-san, as I talked about it the other day. Sasaki, not hitting his K prop, but he's been battling against the Padres. So keeping it in the NL West, he gets the Rockies. We saw Ohtani. Everyone got excited. First Japanese player to hit 300 home runs. I want to fade Sasaki, and I think Mickey Moniak's one of the fellers that can do it. Sasaki's given up 6 earned runs in 3 innings, 3 homers. Sasaki struggling mightily. And Mickey Moniak's around 4-1. So take some Mickey. Take a Mickey. Call me in the morning. Maybe better not do that. Brings us to the W, you guys. As a reminder, you can find Best Bets over on Winnable. Do make sure you turn your notifications on for the Sports Money Network here on YouTube. Early release content as we work on the release strategy. We will be staggering releases. We will be staggering the information to the public. Sports Money Network members will have first access. Be able to try to beat the lines, get there before everybody else does. And it just has to do with the way that, YouTube pushes information out there. We put it all out at once. You guys, 1, don't check it out. 2, forget to hit the like. And 3, YouTube actually holds it against us because we just data dumped and didn't do anything the rest of the day. So it's the victim of the circumstances we live in, but we do not want to penalize anybody. Furthermore, we do not want to hurt our members' chances of making as much money as they can. So notifications on. You guys will never miss the goods as they pop out. And pop out they will. So let's go. We had a decent WNBA night here. Not me there. We got Dallas first half. I split it on Winnable. I took that fucking over in that late game. That thing went way under. It's just a bad call. Get a call like that, you're like, whoa. What'd that guy take a bunch of whippets before he made that call? So we don't want to let that happen again. That's bad. It was ugly. Tonight, though, I think we went 2-0 here on the sides last night, if I'm not mistaken. I like the Valkyrie to beat the shit out of the tempo. I think the over probably comes into play as well. The tempo play with tempo. They do like to play no defense. They do like to have everybody score the ball. Everybody shoot the ball. The lines come down 3 points. But I'm going to lay the 7.5 with the Valkyrie. I think the tempo can't get it done. And I'll tell you this, as much as I've said before, shit on the Sun, there's injuries in that Lynx facility. This would be a big show up, makes no sense spot. It's the middle of the week. The Lynx are in just travel mode with injuries. The lines come down from 10.5 to 7.5. It's on its way to 6.5. I would take the Connecticut Sun. You got, by the way, split action right now. It's because of injury news for the Lynx. And the last couple of games, 15-6 against 5-16, right? Easy to say, just take the Lynx, but got to do a little bit more research than that. And they lost back-to-back games. In fact, they just lost to the Connecticut Sun as 11.5 point favorites. Now they traveled to the Sun, a little home and home series, and this line's 7.5. So it's telling you maybe the wrong team's favored as well. Plus 240 on the Sun. It came down from plus 410, so that sucks, but the last game is the Fever and the Sparks. Sparks are still injured. Again, I would take the Fever. I would lean favorite. I would go, to me, it's favorite dog favorite in the WNBA tonight. Fever Sparks, the over is probably a good looking play as well, especially after both unders last night. But they went way under. I mean, they were like 25, 30 point under. So respect it. But at the same time, 5.5s on the Caitlin Clarks have now moved to 6.5s. It's a Caitlin Clark night. They go out there and feast. The Sparks are beat up and, evidenced by recent performance as well for the Sparks. Small favorites busted up. Small dogs busted up. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games. They can't figure it out. They did beat the Liberty, but that was pre-Commissioner's Cup, and that Liberty team was checked out getting ready for the Commissioner's Cup. So the Sparks are a fade until further notice. We'll take the Fever in the W. What do you guys think? Everyone was feisty earlier today. Would everybody gas out? Everybody gassed out? Feisty comments? Shit talking people? Talking trash about the picks, and now no one's got anything to say? I love it. Dog days of summer, man. What are you going to do? We're having fun. Fucking destroyed Major League Baseball. You know the funny part about that is we told you guys yesterday. We had a shit day on Monday. Right? The 9-1, their last 10 guys. Yeah, they're going to take some else. We told you flat out. We had a shit day. Now's the time to tail us. That's how it should be. When you see the 9-1, their last 10, go the other way. It's the guys that are winning at a high rate that just went 2-4. And you got to say, hey, I'm going to see what this guy's got. And it goes against everything. You see a guy that lost, and it's like, oh, man, that guy lost. It's like I talk about with these trends, right? 65% trend that lost 4 in a row. Is it going to keep losing? Well, not if it's been in existence for 22 years. It's going to come back. So I digress. What up, Kelly B? Says innovators, not imitators. Hope I read that the right way. Capital, I like that. Excuse me. Choking on my enthusiasm for Kelly V says Pittsburgh overs, hot and humid. Her CHD says, I hope you've had a great day, and we all have a fantastic night. Truthfully, I lost my Wimbledon play. I lost my overnight wake and cash play. The fucking KBO. I'm 1-1 in my last 2 KBO plays. I don't play it very often, but last night I was sober. I was giving out Toronto Blue Jays jerseys. Yeah. Giving out Toronto Blue Jays picks. And, I don't know. Then I said, let me bet this KBO spot. I like the pitching edge, and he got nuked. But I'm going to fire back with these Blue Jays. So 8th inning, top of the 8th, 5-0. If the Blue Jays shut the San Francisco Giants out, when we do want to play the Giants off a shutout. So appreciate that, my friend. Good to see you. Thank you for the likes and repost on Twitter as well. I see you're active over there doing the thing. So thank you. All right, let's talk some sharp perspective betting, and we'll put a bow on the show. What do you say? Sharps had a pretty good day yesterday. Of course we did. They lost that Cardinals game. They lost that Orioles game. I guess I should have looked. Washington, Houston, under 9.5. Where's my ESPN? I'm the water boy. Washington, Houston, they cashed that under. Colorado Dodgers, they cashed that under. Angels, Texas went over. And then Baltimore, Chicago under. They cashed that one as well. So they went 3-1 on totals. And St. Louis and Baltimore. Yeah, of course they lost. Oh, there's no way Cubs win. Yeah, they lost. So anyhow, totals went 3-1. Sides went 0-2. But they have been on the uptick. They've got one side today, Sharp Respected Betting Report, information, roll-up, aggregate information from house bettors. Those are bettors that have bigger lines of credit, that have bigger limits. They are house customers that take notice from the big booking shops when they bet their action, and I get access to the roll-up information here. They've got the Athletics. Plus 115, huh? I don't hate that. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. I like the under. They got Atlanta, Pittsburgh under. We talked about the over. They got White Sox, Boston under. I like that. They got Cleveland, Minnesota under. I like that. They got Texas, LA under. I like that. I like bouncing back. They got these reverse line movement plays. These spots have been hit at 57%. So just so you know, as far as tracking is concerned, 370 and 269. So call it 370 and 270. But 57% win rate. High volume of plays with better than a 50-50 win rate. That's what I would take out of that. Just use it as a weather vane. It's not me. I'm literally reading the report. Atlanta, Pittsburgh, under 9. Houston, Washington, under 10. White Sox, Boston, under 8. Cleveland, Minnesota, under 8.5. Texas, all right, you know what we're going to do? Texas under, by the way. Let me finish that thought process before I move on to the next. Let's do this. I'm not going to touch that Atlanta-Pittsburgh game. All right, I'm going to take the under 8. I'm going to do this with you guys live right now. Throw a hundo around on this thing. How about that? Come on. Fucking DraftKings. Every time I turn around, I got to log back in. I'm telling you, they're trying to slow me down. They give me that limit. You've bet $6,000 in 14 minutes. Do you want to take a break? No. No, I'm just getting started. What do you mean? Game lines. Under 8 in the Yankees game. I know it's 7.5, but it's juice 7.5 to the under. So what's another 30 cents? Going in a parlay. All right. Houston Nationals under 10. Okay. White Sox Boston under 8. Okay. Cleveland Minnesota under 8.5. Okay. And then Texas. Oh, this is perfect. This is gonna be a fiver. Texas and Angels under 8. 20.5 to 1. All right. I just I got a boost on it too. Fuck them. They're going to limit me with the boost. I'll just leave it. 20.55 to 1. That is, once again, for closing show purposes, Yankees under 8, Astros under 10, Red Sox under 8, Guardians under 8.5, Texas under 8. I fucking love that parlay. I didn't realize it's all unders like that, but I told you guys I cashed that one the other day that was all over. So I was like, I'll probably never cash another one of those again. And those were all the 57% movement. The only one I left off was Atlanta and Pittsburgh because I gave you guys that trend that talks about the over, and I just don't want to split the juju. So, hey, that was fun. Kelly V says, are we fading Toronto after playing at San Fran? I got to see. I feel like I was supposed to do something tonight. You guys ever have that feeling? I was debating. Wouldn't it be great to have a little live spot tonight? A little live late night action. Get Razor Sharp yelling shot time at the top of his lungs. But they only have the Diamondbacks, Padres, and Rockies, Dodgers. I feel like there's something I'm supposed to do. Take out the trash. I'm supposed to take out the trash tonight. I got all popped last Wednesday. I woke up and I was like, fuck. Trash. And I had just cleaned out the garage and half the basement. So the trash was fucking stuffed. And I did the other half of the garage here. So trash is stuffed again. I can't forget that. Make a note. Hey, Siri, remind me to take out the trash at 9 p.m. Right, there we go. Real time with you guys, man. You feel like you're in the lab watching me cook, baby. But I'm fired up. I hope you guys have a glorious evening. I get excited. I know we're all here having fun, and it's hot, and it's the dog days of summer, and everyone's edgy. But, hey, we're here to make money. We're here to grow our bankrolls. We're here to have a good time doing it. So keep the comments coming. And, again, the biggest takeaway today, you guys, turn your notifications on. If you're a Sports Money Network member, you're going to be the first to exclusive subscriber content. We have a scheduled pattern and process to release the information to continue to help this channel grow. But we want you to stay in the know. And so notifications will help you do just that. On behalf of the Sports Money Squad, had a fun day. Just getting started from a betting. Now is where we put the information to work. We try to get that cash. Build that stash. Make a mad DoorDash. I don't know, you guys. Have a great night.
I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine.